Everyone, hope everything's going well. You guys and gals know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so I've been doing some digging on this Disney pumping. A lot of people are talking about this. People have been DMing me about it. So I just want to give my 2 cents on this. Usually with the TCG market, I usually go to Pancake Analytics to try to get a handle of this. And whenever I see a market pumped up higher, I always think to myself, okay, any shill bidding going on? There's some shill bidding. There's some singles right now going for what, $6,000? What, zero reviews that are pumping it up along the way. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, these cards, while some collectors may want it, but at the same time, do these have intrinsic value? Well, that's for you to decide. Maybe this is going to hold value in the short term, long term. We shall see. But this did catch my eye, and especially this one Instagram broadcast by Sports Card Plaza. I know this guy's young. I usually don't go after guys and gals in their 20s. Sometimes I do. But I was talking to LT about it. I'm like, hey, look, they're young. They haven't experienced as much as us. They haven't gone through the housing crash of 2008. So I understand that it may take time for some of them to learn what we've learned. But anyways, this I had to talk about, and I think this is probably not the best way to go, but to each their own. So it's Sports Card Plaza. Update in the Disney card market. After opening over 50 boxes, I can tell you that the pull ratio for rare cards is extremely hard. With box prices continuing to rise, it's clear that the rare pulls are still underpriced and a great buy. If you're looking for a long-term investment, now is the time to jump in. What? This was, from a day or two ago? These cards are only going to increase in value over time. How does he know that? Of course, as always, it's important to do your research and make your own financial decisions. But from my personal experience in the Disney card market, I believe the rare pulls are undervalued and have great potential for growth. Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research and see what you think. Okay, so he tried to cover himself by saying, hey, do your own research. But then he says, if you're looking for a long-term investment, now is the time to jump in. I'm like, wait, what is it, right? I mean, when I see something like this, and I believe this individual is sending some of these cards for grading, so someone could argue, hey, look, it's a potential conflict of interest, but hey, he's disclosing it on his IG. But when I see stuff like this, when I see price increases, I mean, how many times do you have to go through this? I mean, remember the Zero Cool products last year? When people were pointing the finger at me? Those boxes, yeah, if they bought it when they first sold at what was it, $1,500? I think, yeah, you could still make money if you bought it at that time. But in the secondary market, they were going as high as $10,000, and they were shilled to about, what, $15,000, $16,000. And I was one of the few people talking about the shill bidding that market. P. Ryan Collection was nice enough to share those videos. But eventually, we have this hype cycle. Josh Luber's right about this. Eventually, people will move on to the next item, and these prices will come back down to earth. Now, it may be more than what it originally sold for, and the secondary market is still higher than the original price, but at the same time, there's a law of averages, right? And it's just basic mathematics. So I just wanted to point that out. Whenever I see stuff like this, and then people are going after, I think, Curator, I think he's a little more careful in his language than before. because of what's happened in the past, I've called him out about how he's worded items and how I believe he has hyped many items. But when I'm seeing all these influencers getting in on this, in my opinion, I would not jump in. I'm telling you, you probably shouldn't be getting in at these prices. If you got in early, I'd probably take profits. But you do you, right? But when I see stuff like this, that's a huge red flag, and that's something I would avoid. I mean, I would go with boring stuff. I'm going with some of these vintage autos that I'm buying, some vintage cards, just stuff like that, to be honest. But anyways, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Thank you. Bye.